What is up, YouTube? This is Chris, the Unprofessional Dad, and I'm back with another knife video. And I have got some excellent knives to show you right now. I am stoked to get into these two fixed blades. They're both fixed blades. They're both awesome, from great companies and great brands, and I'm just really excited to give you my opinions on them, to check them out, to get a feel for them, and to let you know exactly what I think about them. But before we talk about the knives, I want to welcome you to my channel. Returning viewers, sorry about this, let me put this window down. Returning viewers or brand new viewers, either one, I appreciate you and your time. Thank you for spending your quality time with me, my videos, and my love of knives. I appreciate it. Now, in case you are brand new to my channel and you don't know already, we're in the middle of a massive giveaway. If you want to be a part of that giveaway, it doesn't cost anything, and it is a big giveaway, trust me. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, and run over to my other video titled Huge Knife Budget Giveaway. It's only a few minutes long and it describes the giveaway in detail. That's all it's about, is the giveaway. Do exactly what it says to do, which is one thing. It just takes a couple seconds to do it and you're in. We'd love to have you a part of our community because we're a growing community. We love to be positive and we all love knives, but we'd also love to have you a part of our giveaway. All right, guys, so I've got some really cool knives. It's Super Bowl Sunday. My boys are stoked in there. Bought them all kinds of snacks and trays of food and stuff like that. They're excited. They're ready to go. But I told them, I said, I want to go in here and make a video real quick. I made one earlier. I was like, but I want to make one more. Get this. I'm just excited to talk about these knives. I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's this sucker right here. I apologize. I can still hear them birds. Apologize about that, guys. This is a Tops knife. This is the Baja 4.5 and it is awesome. But before I even talk about the knife, I want to talk about this sheath, because this sheath is next level. The stitching, the quality, the craftsmanship, the leather work is so exceptional. Now, this is all American made, which I appreciate big time to no end. And whoever is making their sheaths, you do a fantastic job. I can tell that you take pride in your work, and you should, because I take pride in owning this thing because it is awesome. Just every inch of this thing is so well made, well crafted. It's just beautiful. It really is a beautiful work of art. Now, it does come with the ferrule rod, and this is a massive chunk of ferrule rod. Now, I have a lot of ferrule rods. I have more than I know what to do with, but you can never have too many. Put them in your bug out bags, in your camping gear. Put them in your, your utility drawers or your catch-alls or whatever. You can always have these. You never know when you're going to need one. If your lighter's out, if the electricity goes out, you need to start a fire in your fireplace, whatever. A ferrule rod is always a great thing to have. Have as many as you can. You can never have too many. And this other thing right here is a survival whistle. Now, I already have a bunch of these survival whistles. I have these from way before I was even buying Tops, because you can buy these whistles. They just slap the Tops name on this one. But the reason these things are so awesome for like bug out bags and stuff like that is because that's barely blowing. This thing is so loud, it has such a high decibel range that they can hear this whistle from a long way away. There are instances and cases of people being lost in the wilderness and woods, and there being search parties out, and they walk right past them because they'll be holed up in a hole or in a little lean-to that they made up, and then they passed out and they were unconscious, and people would walk right by them and never find them. Or they would be hollering for them, or hollering, listen at me, I'm from Kentucky, sorry. They would be shouting and they wouldn't hear each other, but they wouldn't even be that far away. But your voice does not carry that far in the woods and stuff with the trees and the foliage and stuff like that. There's a lot of blocking of that. But these carry a long way, even in snowstorms and stuff. There's situations where people have been lost in the snow, and the next day they find them froze and they're 100 yards from the camp, but they could not find their way back home. And that's what these whistles are for. Not to get on a tangent about a daggone whistle, but there's a reason that they put these whistles on these Top survival knives. These things are awesome, and they just one more step that Tops goes that extra little, mile to make their whole setup, their whole rig just top shelf. As I said in the last video, top shelf. That's what this knife is. Now let's talk about the knife itself. The Baja 4.5. This is a fantastic knife. I've already fallen in love with Tops. I bought a Tops not too long ago, got it in. I told you guys how much I loved it, and I was going to start buying more Tops, and then I bought the Tops Fox Thunderhawk, the collaboration knife. This, I got more on the way right now. This thing is fantastic. I love this knife so much. This is such a big chunk of quality steel. This is 1095. It's excellent jimping on the top. I don't know if you can see that jimping, but that jimping is awesome. That's the kind of jimping I like. You ain't losing the grip on that. Your thumb's not going nowhere without losing some skin. Now there's also jimping. You see that right there in that finger choil? There's some jimping in there right there. Jimping. That is not going to let your finger go. In case your hands are wet or muddy or cold or anything like that, you're going to be able to hold a firm grip on this thing and not lose grip or control unless, you know, God forbid something really bad happens. Now, there's some other things. This is a micarta handle. You'll also notice these divots right here. Those are not so that you can hold them like this. I had somebody tell me that it was so that when you held it, it had a place for your finger, for your pinky to set to reference a good grip on the blade. They literally told me that. And I didn't, you know, I told him, I was like, I think it might be something different, but that's really cool. That's a good idea. And, but what it's really for is this. Let's say you're out in the woods and you don't have a lighter, you don't have a match, you don't have a ferro rod, and you're wanting to start a fire. Now, I used to camp, like you guys know, and I was big into primitive camping, primitive wood fire starting and stuff like that. I can start fires in so many different ways, it's crazy. I don't need anything. I can go outside and I can get a fire started, I promise you that, even when it's wet outside. Now, what this is it's for bow drills. You literally take your drill, which is just a straight piece of wood, and you put it down. One side will be on your tinder, whatever it is that your tinder is. Your foliage, your dried grass, your hay, your moss or whatever. You put a pile of it there. You put the drill, which is just a long straight stick that you can find. And you carve the edges off, you chop them a little bit, and you get them, really clean. And then you, almost like you would be using them to skewer marshmallows or something. You know how you do that to the tip of a stick for that? Well, you want a thick, round stick, not one that you would use for marshmallows. You want a thick, round stick, and you put it down to the foliage. And then you use this, and you put that right there. And then you use your bow to go back and forth, and it starts a fire. Most of you already know that. So I'm preaching to the choir, most of you all. But there might be somebody out there that don't know what those are for. That's what that's for. And the reason it's on both sides is in case you're left-handed, you've got one to do it on the left side. If you've got one on the right hand, you got, if you're right-handed, you got a way to do it on the right-hand side. So there's one on each side for that reason. Now, you also will not see a lot of wood handles on knives like that. And the reason why is because it's wood. And the same way that drill, that piece of wood, is causing friction, which causes the fire and the smoke and the sparks at the tinder that you have, it's also going to cause friction in your bow or in your little cup or whatever you're holding. I can't remember the term for this. But whatever you're holding there, people use rocks and stuff like that. They'll use rocks, but that's what these are for. But if you use a wooden handle, as that bow goes back and forth, that drill is going to spin in there, and that spinning will cause friction, and it will burn your handle up. So if it's a wood handle, it'll literally char your handle all up. It will also do the same thing to this micarta, but micarta is not going to catch on fire. It basically will just get black and hard, which makes it even smoother to spin back and forth. So, but that's what that's for. That's what those are for. This is just all around a really good survival and camping knife. A big chunk of 1095. Now let's go over some stats on this. And sorry if that sounded like a tangent or anything. I'm just trying to tell you guys exactly what the knife is and what it does and what these things are for and how far they're willing to go to make a really good quality survival and bushcraft knife that has everything that you need, from a ferro rod to a whistle to a really nice dangler so it's comfortable when you're hiking and stuff. all the way down to the divots for your bow drills. Now this is 9.25 inches in overall length, the whole thing is, and it is full tang, of course. It's 4.875 inches in just a blade, and you have a cutting edge of 4.50 inches on the money. So 4.5 inches of cutting edge. The blade, let me re-say that, 9.25 inches overall. The blade is 4.875 inches, and the cutting edge is 4.5 inches. Get ahead of myself sometimes. I'm doing a video, hold on. It's 1095, high carbon steel, and has a Rockwell chart of 56 to 58, which isn't very high. And if it was stainless steel, that would not be great. But you don't want your 1095 to really have a high Rockwell chart number, because then it becomes too hard and brittle. So when you're chopping or you're batoning or anything like that, it'll snap in half, the tip will break or anything like that. You don't want those situations. So 1095 or survival or bushcraft knives usually have a lower Rockwell chart to make them a little bit more soft and shock absorbent. So when you do chop, it's not going to snap in half, it's going to absorb it. When you do baton, it's going to absorb that. It's going to eat that resistance and stuff. So it's 56 to 58. Now, I don't know if that's the optimal number for 1095. I don't know. I need to look that up. But 56 to 58 is around what I would expect to see on 1095. Again, it's 6.2 ounces in weight, so it is a heavy knife. A heavy knife. This thing is not light. But you expect that on a full fixed blade with this big a chunk of steel, full tang. I mean, here's a great thing. The Baja 4.5, made by Tops Knives, is 100% American made. Now, I'll tell you a little thing about American made, and I'm starting to realize that even knife companies do this. American made, I used to see this all the time in sales. A company would say made in America, USA made. But then when you really find out the truth, it'll be one part in it is made in America. Then they ship that part overseas, and the rest of the parts are made overseas, and then it's assembled overseas. But they can say made in America because they're not specifying what's made in America. Just the box that it comes in can be made in America. And the box says made in America, so you assume that the whole thing is made in America. I have Mantis Sabo 4 over there. It says USA right on the blade. It's not a USA made knife. It's made in China. They do that all the time. So they can say, oh, just one part is made in the USA. Or it can have all the parts made in the USA and assembled overseas, or all the parts made overseas and then assembled in America, and they can still say that. So you really got to be careful with the wording and the verbiage. This is 100% made in the good old US of A. Top to bottom, everything about it, it is 100% made in America. A funny analogy is this. You ever get those flyers in the mail that say you're pre-qualified, you're pre-certified, pre-qualified, pre-approved for a car loan or a credit card or a loan or something like that. And then you call and they're wanting to take your credit application. You're like, hold on, I thought I was pre-approved. Oh, you are pre-qualified. Everybody is pre-qualified. They'll take anybody's credit application. It's a play on words. Pre-approval is this. When they say you're pre-approved, then they still want to take your credit application. You're like, I thought I am pre-approved. Well, you are. Well, then why do you need a credit application? Because we got to get you approved. Well, I thought I'm pre-approved. This is the way it works. You're looking for a $20,000 vehicle, you're pre-approved. I guarantee you right now, you are pre-approved. Now, you might have to put $19,500 down on a $20,000 vehicle, but you're pre-approved. I guarantee you right now, you are pre-approved. I've got you a loan. I guarantee you, you are approved on a loan on a car. Right now, come on in, come down to Chris's Automotives, and I guarantee you're pre-approved, everybody. 100% pre-approved. And then you show up and I'm wanting to take your credit applications and turning people away, and people are getting mad. You liar, you said I was you are pre-approved if you put most of the money down. It's all a play on words, and that's something that I learned in marketing and sales. I've never done that type of stuff. Profit's not a dirty word, but some people make it a vulgar language. I don't know why I'm getting on that tangent, but I love the fact that these things are made in America. And anytime I can throw in a little analogies in my life lessons, I like to do that. So But this is a made in America knife, and I absolutely love it. A great knife. I don't know if it's the best survival and bushcraft knife out there, Tops, meaning not that particular Tops, but just Tops in general. But they're definitely one of them. I mean, you got Essie and stuff like that. You got Mora. You got so many really good ones. And then you got all the custom makers and stuff. You got TJ Schwartz. You just got on and on and on. They're all so great. But I tell you this right now, Tops is definitely top shelf. 100%. They're up there in the big leagues with the big boys, and they're one of the best, if not the best, overall. Now, this next knife company is one that I have not owned before. I've never even held one. I'm so excited about this. I am so excited about this. They have several of them. They got some hatchets and axes I also want to get, and I'm excited to get into them. And they are Straup knives, or Straup knives, however you say that. I don't know. But these things are awesome. I love this knife. So when we open it up, and I did save this for you guys. I didn't even check this out. I wanted to do this on the screen. The Tops knife. Oh, with Tops, you also get this little certificate of authenticity / warranty / on the back it says care and feeding of your new Tops knife. So it's pretty funny. It's comical. But I've got a couple of those for my Tops knives. But I just opened this up. I didn't even check this out. So you get a little thing to pull their website up and probably do the warranty and everything else. Instagram, all their other good stuff. You get a moisture packet, several moisture packets. You get a whole bunch of this paper, crimped up paper. Let me see. You get a sticker. Anything else in here? All right. So, you know what we got to do? We got a sticker. If I can get this thing off. Well, I might not be able to get this thing off. My fingers are just, oh, there we go. There we go. Let's put this right there. Straup knives, however you want to say that. That is pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Nope. That is it. Man, this paper makes a mess. I know that. All right, so this is the Straup knife. This is the mini. Jeez Louise, that thing is in there. Holy smokes. All right, so I noticed you get a little T-clip right there with it. Boy, that thing is hard to use too. Oh well, I'll have to figure that out. This one is hard to use. I've never seen them this hard to use before. I'll have to figure that out. Boy, this sheath is tight. So this is the knife. This is the knife. Boy, this is a cool little knife right here. That's a 3-fingered knife. Let me see. I like this thing. I like this thing a lot. Now it's a little small. This right here is a great EDC knife. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the CRK Spew, only a lot more expensive and a lot better quality. This is nice. This is really nice. I like this. Let me see how sharp this is actually. Sorry if you guys hear my little ones in the background. They are out of school today, having a good time. Super Bowl Sunday. Oh yeah. This thing is sharp. Razor blade sharp. I like this. I like this a lot. This would be a great little EDC knife right here. I'm telling you right now, this would be a great little EDC knife. I like this a lot. It's got a little spot right here so you can put a lanyard. Now it's definitely just a fit 3-fingered knife, but you can, 4-finger it if you had a lanyard. Or this way. Great EDC knife. That's exactly what I see all over this, is a little EDC fixed blade. It's exactly what I see. It's got the contoured handles. Boy, they're in there having a great time. Let me see the stats on this thing, because I don't know much about this knife. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I do not know much about this knife at all, other than the fact it's got black G10 contoured handles. All right, so let me see. This is 6.5 inches overall length with a 3.125 inch blade, and you have cutting edge at 2.75 inches. 1095 high carbon steel with a drop point. Blackstone washed, 3 ounces on the money. It's called the Mini. That's the model. It's called the Mini. Chris Straub, made in the USA. Another 100% USA made knife. I love that. 2 USA made knives. I absolutely love that. We got 2 USA made knives. Both of them made in America. Check this sheath out again. Oh, that sheath, man, that thing is tight. Daggone. I can already tell. Work it in a little bit, do it a few times. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep, that's much better. Just took a few times. Cool little sheath. This is a great little EDC fixed blade right here. There's not a lot to say about this knife. I like the look of it. It's a very good looking knife. Very good looking knife. Like, that's a cool looking knife. A little almost tactical, almost. It's just an EDC knife, though. At the end of the day, it's a high carbon steel EDC knife. Now it's got these ripples along the top. It's not real jimping because there's nothing there, but you can feel the ripples in it, and they did that almost like jimping, so you can get some texture, some traction for your finger or for your thumb, so you can hold this in different ways to have a different grip. But if you just hold it like this, it is a 3-finger grip. So you definitely need a lanyard on this thing if you want to have a full 4-finger grip. But the difference between this and the Spew, like for instance, I had the CRK Spew, and when I pulled this out of the box just now and got it out, that's exactly what it looks like, a bigger, beefier, chunkier version of the Spew. But the Spew is really thin. And I would not want to use a Spew in a lot of situations because it's so thin. I would break the tip, snap the tip off, no problem, quick and easy, and it would happen quick because it's so thin. This is a pretty thick chunk of steel, so it's going to hold up to that abuse. I really like this. I like this knife a lot. I think it's fantastic. I think this is a great EDC knife. I'll get to the bottom of this, why I can't open this, because this is absolutely, I've never seen one that's this hard to open. But then again, the sheath was in the very beginning too. So, and I'm probably doing something wrong. You guys tell me, oh, Chris, just because you're doing this, you're doing it wrong. Because I probably am, no doubt, doing it wrong. Obviously, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing something wrong because I can open all of them. I've never seen one I can't open before, and I cannot get this thing open. So I'll figure that out. It's user error. It's not the knife, because this thing is just too daggone nice. Now these things come in right now at $159.99. Oh, and by the way, that tops, that Baja, I forgot to tell you all, that comes in at $149.95. So I apologize for not giving you guys the price on that. That comes in at $149.95 for that Tops Baja 4.5. Now this strop comes in at $159.99. Now they have a lot of different knives that Chris Strop makes. He's got a lot of cool stuff. He's got some hatchets and axes. He's got some really nice fixed blades. He's got some big chunky fixed blades. He's got ones that look completely different than this mini. Just full-size fixed blades. So he's got a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm definitely wanting to get one or two more of his knives because I like this thing a lot. I like the look of it. I like the style of it. I like the way he's got those hammer marks on the blade. That always looks excellent. It gives it that rustic look, and I just absolutely love this thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do, though. 100%. I'm taking this off, and I will do that because that kind of stuff I'm not afraid to do. I do that to all kinds of them. I'll take these off and rotate them around. I'm going to take this completely off, and I'm going to put an Ulti clip on it so I can carry it in my pocket. So I'm going to put an Ulti clip on this and carry it just right down in my pocket, and to where this sticks up out of the pocket, and I can just pull it out whenever I need it. But I'm definitely doing away with this. It's cool that they throw this in there, you know, and put it on there so that you can carry cross straw and stuff like that. But I just don't need that. I'm going to get rid of this and use it on a different knife probably. And I'm going to put an Ulti clip on this and be good to go. I absolutely love this. Both of these knives are home runs. Both of them are American-made knife companies. American-made knives. Both of them are the highest quality, solid integrity in the fit and finish, and the grips, everything about them. The sheaths are great. This sheath is so next level. It's crazy. Just all the way around, guys. I'm so tongue-tied, I'm telling you. Fantastic knives. I love these things. I highly recommend them both. That Tops, I definitely recommend the Baja 4.5. This, I'm really excited to actually use this in some EDC situations and scenarios and find out how reliable it is, how easy it is, how efficient it is using it and stuff like that. And I'll definitely get back to you all and let you know, because I'm definitely going to because I EDC a lot of fixed blades, the Bradford and stuff like that. I EDC a lot of fixed blades. I'm definitely going to EDC this a lot. I can already tell you, I love this thing. I love this thing. I would like it better if it had just maybe another inch and a half on the handle. Maybe if they had one of these in an XL version, and maybe they do. I'll check and find out, and if they do, I'll get it. But I love this knife. I love them both, guys. That's it. Really quick, let me just give out some shout outs. James McCann, War Room EDC, Ken Faulkner, None for Now, Mike J, James White, Tricky 48, David Young, Woods Walker, Mutt Stumbo, and Dean Brame. Thank you, guys. Thank you all a lot. You're members of my premium membership. You all are all in the drawing for the knife that's coming very soon that I'll do the reveal on. It might be here Monday or Tuesday, and I'll do the reveal on that and show you guys what you all are in store for. One lucky person is going to win that. You have to be a premium member to be in that drawing. Anybody can be in the drawing for March the 3rd, but in this drawing, only premium members. Tier 1, 1 name in the hat. Tier 2 is 3 names in the hat. Tier 3 is 5 names in the hat. And we are going to have a drawing on the last day of this month, February. We're going to draw, and somebody's going to win that knife. And I'll show you what that knife is. It's always going to be at least $100, but this time it's definitely more than $100. But it's a super nice knife. I can't wait to show it to you guys. And I don't have one of them, but you guys will see it here soon. Remember, links in the description if you want to join the premium membership. I'm not trying to make money. It just helps to cover the cost of the knife for the month that I give it away. And every month we're going to give one away that will always be at least $100. So it will never, I doubt that I'll have enough premium members to cover the cost of the knife. So I'm not making money out these premium memberships. It's just to help with the cost of the knife that I give away. So one last time, you can join at Tier 1 for $2 a month, $24 a year, and have 12 chances at a $100 knife, minimum of a $100 knife, minimum. So you can win 12 knives in a year if your name is drawn every time. You can win 2 or 3 times. Who says? I mean, there's no rules on that. I'm putting the names in the hat. It's all going to be fair. So somebody's going to win it, some knives, that's for sure. And they're going to be nice knives. So it might be worth your while joining our premium membership. The link will be in the description to join. And I appreciate it, guys. Until next time, these were great knives. I hope you guys enjoy them. The links for those will be in the descriptions as well. I wish all of you all sharp knives and happy lives. And remember, peace. I'm just playing. I was trying to think of something funny to say right there. I'm trying to add some humor and comedy into the end of these, but I'm just not a comedian. I try to, but that it's actually funny. What I tried to do is funnier than any joke I could have came up with. But I was going to say Wakanda forever, but then I was like, yeah, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. But all right. See you guys next time. Sharp knives and happy lives. I'm Chris, your professional dad. Take care.